I remember when I went to prison, like that from that ride, that first ride, took a nigga in XYZ. Hey, look, man, you know, listen, I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. Sure. I don't know. I don't know nothing. Don't take me, you know what I'm saying? And that killed that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't know, bro. It just one thing I know is I done met too many solid niggas, bro. I done met too many solid niggas. That shit come with the game sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Having to take your lick or take a lick, whatever. You feel what I'm saying? So I ain't condoning that shit. Yeah, I ain't the longest stretch I ever did was when I was gone for like them 16 months, like some shit like that. But it really wasn't like, oh, I did no. You know what I'm saying? What I learned from my mistakes after that shit, man, if you gonna be, and it's just me telling all the niggas in the streets, if you gonna be in the streets in any kind of facet, have you some lawyer money. Have you some money for your attorney, dog. And that's real talk.
Can I, man, I don't want to veer off. I definitely want to get back on the music, but man, what's your views on snitching or cooperating? What do you consider to be snitching?
I don't do it. I never did it. I won't do it. And I don't f with niggas that did it or doing it or none of that shit. I mean, me personally, because each scenario is different, so it's like I can't really like personalize it because I ain't never been in them situations to rat on a nigga. For the most time, I ain't never had no co-Ds. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never had no co-defendants. I always was moving low. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I can say is that ain't nothing that I would do. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, just being wise about certain scenarios, a lot of times niggas need to assess their own situations to see if you really willing to, you know what I'm saying, go the distance with this shit now. Know what you up against. Is you really ready to go the distance? You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas don't do risk assessment with their own self, with their own life. So a lot of times niggas be getting in over their head and don't be knowing what the fuck they be doing. Just me being wise, you know what I'm saying? I always lined it up. I would never like no fool. You know what I'm saying? And me being me, I always walk with God. God ain't gonna never give me more than what I can handle. You know what I'm saying? And just by the grace of God, it always played out like that because I ain't never had to resort to that. Never will. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you gonna be into that, if you feel like that, I mean, cause the consequences in certain places, in certain scenarios, like that shit severe now. That shit can be severe depending on who you dealing with. Everybody don't take too kindly to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it can be real severe, so you definitely gotta be aware. You know what I'm saying? This shit ain't no motherfucking game, but I ain't never ratted on no nigga. I don't fuck with niggas that ratted on niggas. I mean, that's just to sum it all up. I ain't with it. I got a cousin doing 50 years because he the nigga that got told on. Got a homeboy doing 60 years because he the nigga that got told on. See what I'm saying? I ain't with it. It never will be. Up under no circumstances. I don't give a fuck who it is, what it is. That ain't my play. Because I know too many stand-up solid niggas. I know too many niggas that's solid. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't with it. No, sir.
Sure. I was just curious, man, because I've spoken to people in the past where they say they was in a car. It's 4 people in the car. One person got a gun. They get pulled over. The person don't want to take their weight.
Everybody got to take the ride.
Everybody take the ride.
I
got a homeboy when I was in that bitch. I got a homeboy who was in there. He had the same charge as me. We was the same age and all, and we went to school together. My dog was the same age as me, and both of us had that same charge. He hit the slab and laid down until God let him out, blessed him out.
On the other end of the coin, though, do you feel like it stand up for the person to take accountability, though?
Fucking right.
For sure. Take your lick.
Take your lick, bro.
That's what I'm saying. So you don't think that's foolish, though? Or is that just this quote-unquote street code?
I mean, if a nigga feel like they got a nigga that they can throw into the fire, I mean, you gotta understand, there's certain niggas who move certain ways, like a keep a nigga around as a fall guy.
That's what BG, you know, the little controversy with BG. They said the dude he was supposed to be the fall guy, then he came back.
I don't really know niggas.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yo, I understand that, but like as far as like with scenarios like that, I ain't never been in a situation like that, so I don't know. But if a nigga a fall guy, you know what I'm saying? That's different.
And you know it.
Then that's different. You know what I'm saying? But some niggas make niggas the fall guy.
Yeah.
Some niggas will be the fall guy involuntarily. Involuntarily be the fall guy. You know what I'm saying? So it just like with situations like that, like I don't really know. I can't really give too much of insight on that because I ain't walked them lanes. That was never an option for me. Not saying that when you get in that bitch and you, ooh, man, they gonna push up on your ass. Them folks gonna push right up on you, boy. The task, they gonna get right in your chest, like, man, straight up. I remember when I went to prison, like that from that first ride, took a nigga in, XYZ, hey, look, man, you know, listen, I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. I don't know. I don't know nothing. Don't take me, you know what I'm saying? And that killed that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know, bro. It just, one thing I know is I done met too many solid niggas, bro. I done met too many solid niggas. That shit come with the game sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Having to take your lick, or take a lick, whatever. You feel what I'm saying? So, I ain't condoning that shit.
Yeah.
I ain't.
You mentioned in the song that the person who doing it 60 years is your friend Shaw. Is he related to you? Or
nah, just one of the bros.
That's somebody who has a buzzing name, like me being on the outside looking in, familiar with just like Orlando rap, like years ago, and him, you know, the attachment, hearing him on the beginning of songs on Armstrong and stuff.
Yeah,
like
he
that.
was on this shit. He was on that nigga shit. Like I ain't even gonna lie. That was flavor, cause Shaw had flavor. He just talking ad libs. His whole dialogue is just nothing but ad libs. He really was talking like that on a day-to-day basis, and he just had flavor. So for that nigga to put him on the front of his song, I mean, that was a good move because it brought him more flavor. Shaw had flavor, you know what I'm saying? And the crazy part about it, it hit. Was fucking the streets up. You know what I'm saying? All at one point in time, it was all us from Richmond Heights. You know what I'm saying? Prior to that shit going how it went, you know what I'm saying? They fucked it with us, we fucked it with them. It was just like, they was older, we was younger. Mind you not, with the Armstrong, you can't really just mention him because it was more so Killa Creepa. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, YG Shaw, he was on Killa Creepa?
Nah, he was on Armstrong shit, but Killa Creepa was Armstrong. No, that was his partner. That as far as like with the music and shit, and that was his boy. They rolled every day and shit. You know, it was Creep. Niggas fuck with Creep. Creep was a Creepa hood nigga. Creepa street nigga. Creep pull up early in the morning. We'll be in the hood, King Cole. Creep pull up that bitch 9 o'clock in the morning. Creep big muscle bound ass nigga jump out. Shorts on, cargo shorts, white tee, do-rag on, big ass whoop, you know what I'm saying? Got that thing with him and shit. He gonna push up to the hood, jump out, smoke, kush, tell us about some shit he just did 2-3 days ago, you know what I'm saying? Creepa was street nigga, you know what I'm saying? That was, cause they had the rap group, that was they group, you know what I'm saying? It was more than them, but more so like they became more, as time went on, they became more famous with just them two.
The tightest boys?
Tightest boys. Just, that was Creep and the nigga Shaq. You know what I'm saying? Creep was coming through the hood. That was my dog. Like, on the come up, as a shorty coming up, Creep was one of the big homies in the hood. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't the only one, but there was a few on Richmond Heights where we from, our hood, got flavor. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of OG big dogs come out of Richmond Heights. You know what I'm saying? Them boys, it's some niggas got flavor. You know what I'm saying? Creep was definitely one. He added his essence was definitely detected because of the type of person that he was. But Creep was a real nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? And from like even with they shit, I remember being in the hood at the band. They push up one day, pick me up, take me to the studio, get on this song. I'm on this song. Cause at that time they was rapping, I was rapping too, you know what I'm saying? But with the Florida and all this other shit, my shit was My shit was, and I know how creep like, and this nigga right at the hood, in the hood, this little nigga in the hood, man, fuck, we finna pull up. And just so happens, they come through because my cousins, we cousins on my mama's side in the hood, crazy as it sounds, they cousins to the nigga Shaq, Jabars, on their daddy's side. You know what I'm saying? Jabars, that's the nigga, his rap name Armstrong. I call him Jabars. They cousins to down their daddy's side. You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't never really around. He'll come through and shit like that. We always seen Creep was the one that was coming through. Type shit. You know what I'm saying? Creep was like, yo, man, come get on this song. So it's like, shit, hell yeah. Cause they was buzzing too. You know what I'm saying? Pull up, I got on that shit. Filleted it. That was one tape. They next tape, I got on another one. Like this time, more music getting made. So it's like, now it's like, this shit pounding. This shit pounding. Can't even fake the phone. At one point in time, like music-wise, city was sold up. City was sold up. Like sold all the way up. You can leave, you can mention Central Florida without mentioning somebody that was rapping that one coming out of Richmond Heights. We had this shit in the jout. Mm-hmm. We had this shit in the jout. We had it. It was over with. Like, it was a wrap. We just, at that point, it was so much buzz around this shit coming out of Richmond Heights. I'm just waiting on a phone call from Jimmy Iovine or something. Because mind you not, me moving around with KP, that's when I was learning the business as well. KP was my producer, but he also was my manager. So I had a front row seat to a lot of shit. Outside of just being an artist. So I can tell, like, yeah, we buzzing. Because whenever I would gauge a buzz, because, like, social media wasn't as and have a heavy presence like how it do now. You want to know what was going on? You had to take your ass outside. We got suntan, sunburn from being outside. We went in the house. We got sunburn from being out the door. So we ran and rubbed shoulders with a lot of different niggas. You know what I'm saying? Some real G's, some real young steppers. Some of them ain't alive no more. Some of them gone, you know what I'm saying, up the river, you know what I'm saying, type shit. But that was the setting. I'm just giving you a setting back in the days. It was some real, niggas weren't just the only ones. But like I said, they go back to the mutual respect. A wolf respect a wolf. Untamed gorilla respect another untamed gorilla. So it's just like, it was just a mutual respect. And I wasn't never known for jumping out, doing all this crazy shit. A lot of niggas was, but I was more so, I'm chilling. I'm kicking back, I'm hustling. I got the music shit going on. My future was bright. My path was laid pretty much. You see what I'm saying? And then when they came through with their music, you know what I'm saying? All this shit went big power wow. Then we had our older OGs. Murmur done them out of Atlanta. They from Richmond Heights, but they went and did they thing in Atlanta. These the first niggas I ever seen come through Richmond Heights in a fucking tour bus. Yeah, they had a real tour bus. Murmur done records, but see, they weren't really fucking with us like that then. But we was always, you know, but we was the young niggas from the hood, man. I ain't even gonna tell you no lie, bro. That shit was tailor-made. Up until it wasn't. That shit was tailor-made. When I tell you, I was just waiting on Jimmy Iovine to call, like, hey, we want him. You know what I'm saying? Type of shit, because the buzz was so heavy at that time.
We ended up getting that call, though.
Just not with them. We end up, you know what I'm saying, getting that call, but, like, just kind of, like, with the Shaw situation, that shit drew a wedge. Because prior to that, you know, everybody was, you know what I'm saying, that's the hood. You know what I'm saying? Niggas put on for that hood. You know what I'm saying? Prior to that. But when that shit happened,